going to put you on the spot here for a second, speaking about songs. It's an exercise I think a lot of us have gone through at one time or another. You start thinking about your mortality and you think, what are the songs I might play at my funeral? It's a little morbid, I know.
Oh, God.
And you start thinking about the songs that resonate with you over the course of your life, and if you had to pick, it's tough, I know, if you had to pick just one song to date that kind of summarizes or connects you to the rest of the world, it doesn't have to be your own song, any song you've ever heard that kind of stands for who you are and what you believe in.
Well, first of all, if anyone's playing at my funeral, they better play it fucking good. Or I'll be pissed. I'll come get you.
What's the song that kind of represents you, Colin James, best?
Well, I mean, Why July is, always being kind of close to me, just because it's, it's being there through thick and thin. It's a song that is contemporary, yet it's bluesy, and it's,
Was it a true story?
Well, no, Why July was actually written by a guy named Morgan Davis. They're actually doing a documentary on him right now, and, that song kind of meant a lot for him because it's, it's one of those songs. So
it's timeless. It's universal.
But for me, the song as a songwriter goes, Make a Mistake is a song I'm really proud of. It's not something I play in this situation because it's more of a Philadelphia soul thing. But as a writer, as a craft, that's a song I'm really proud of.
Tell us about the sets you're doing on tour right now. Did you span your whole career? Because you've got 15 albums from which to choose.
It's really hard, we're doing 20, 21 songs a night. And I'm finding that we're not, we forgot to play Mystic last night. We didn't play Losing You. We didn't play Make a Mistake. We didn't play Freedom. We're getting to the point where you're finishing nights going, God damn it, we didn't do 6, 7 songs. So it's a good problem to have. I remember being younger and, 13 songs maybe a night. And maybe 10 minutes of that was Keep On Loving Me, Baby, So it's a good problem to have, but it is a problem. I mean, when I'm finding that when I'm writing my set list, I'm going, oh, shit, we forgot that or that.
Well, you have to do Mystic. I'm coming tonight. You have to do Mystic.
We'll do Mystic tonight. We just forgot yesterday.
Colin's cover of Van Morrison's Into the Mystic, that's one of the greatest covers ever. We'll look forward to that. You mentioned Freedom. You co-wrote Freedom with a big hairy guy, didn't you?
The big hairy guy, yeah. I co-wrote Freedom with... I read a lot with Tom Wilson. Tom has been a very good friend of mine for years. We wrote Freedom together. We've written... Lucinda Williams sang on a song that we wrote together this year, which was very exciting for me. And we just always have success together, I used to go write with people I didn't know. And it used to stress me out, I hated it. And I'd go to L.A. and write with somebody who lived up in the hills who I had no connection with. And I actually got to the point where I'd pull my car over and I'd panic. Because I hated it. So now I write with people I know and I like, and Tom's one of those guys,
Where was sort of the least expected moment that a song came to you? In a dream like Paul McCartney, or on the road, or in the shower?
I've had dreams where I wake up and there's something. Bike rides. I ride a bicycle a lot. That's how I, keep healthy these days, and often on a bike ride, 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh my God, I got an idea. I pull over, I get my iPhone out. In this case, on this record, Ron Sexsmith helped me out on a song, and I got the idea of my bike, and I sent him an email with attachment, and he got it in England, and he wrote the song together. And so it's great, man, the modern thing, you can get a lot done.
You want to play another song for us?
Sure, I don't know what exactly, but I think, you got a slide? Actually, a bit of low end on it. If you could get rid of a little low end on the guitar, just a bit, because it's taken off a little bit. Mind your step as you make your way from the church into this world of sand. Picture an angel with a cigarette burning, with a long slow drag. She welcomes you in where you'll be dancing in the low light, sweat dripping down like the dew, scratching metal and a crying moan, and lightning in the bottle at the back of the room. Yeah, fire, fire from the inside. Rhythm, rhythm, hurricane rain. Mercy, mercy comes after midnight, well, washing me down with the sound of your national steel. Crooked smile on a wild rose, born in the heat of the South. Kisses went to my head like whiskey. She was a bootleg love with the stockings pulled down. People cried as a wolf started to howl, howl like a midnight train. Roll on like a river, shot of burning silver, pounding through my veins like fire, fire from the inside. Rhythm, rhythm, hurricane rain. Mercy, mercy comes after midnight, wash me down with the sound of your national steel. Step as you make your way from the church into this world of sin. Picture an angel with a cigarette burning, with a long slow drag. She welcomes you in where you'll be dancing in the low light, sweat dripping down like the dew, scratching metal and a crying moaning, lightning in the bottle at the back of the room. Fire, fire from the inside. Rhythm, rhythm, hurricane rain. Mercy, mercy comes after midnight. Wash me down, fire from the inside. Rhythm like a hurricane rain. Mercy comes after midnight, washing me down with the sound of your national steel. Oh, come on.
You reminded me a little bit of a legend for sure, John Hammond. Did you ever see John?
Oh, God, John Hammond, you kidding me? I love John Hammond. He's my hero.
He's the guy that more than anything, I think,
John Hammond
didn't sell out.
Well, here's a guy whose dad discovered
Dylan,
Bessie Smith, Charlie Christian, and his dad wouldn't have time for him.
They didn't have a relationship. Artist, the kind of he was signing.
And then he dealt with all the originals, so I think he found it. Did you do that? I can't.
Early on in your career, a lot of heavyweights noticed.
Can I tell you a story about John Hammond?
Please, I love John Hammond.
When I was 16, he played in Regina, and I still lived in Regina, and I phoned him up, and I asked him if he'd have breakfast with me. And he did. And he said, it's okay if you just don't talk about my dad. So I didn't talk about his dad. And And I said, hey, I'm just starting out. What advice can you give me? And we've retained friendship over all those years, and I just think the world of him. You know who loves him is George Thorogood. Absolute freak for John Hammond.
He, you, me. And I had no idea that you met John. When you played National Steel, I sensed him in you.
There's a thing I do on the acoustic that I learned from John. I never would have known otherwise. And I played with John last year. I got to play with him on a duo on a tribute to the Mississippi Sheiks, which was
nice,
amazing. Yeah.
Now, thank you for the story. Early on, a lot of heavyweights took notice of you because of your ability on guitar first and foremost. And then they realized he could sing too. And this goes way back, and he's no longer with us, but also when we hear you play, we can't help but think of Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I wonder how his music still resonates, or he as an individual still resonates with you.
I think about him all the time. You know, I was thinking about the funeral. I was at his funeral, you know, in Dallas, and Stevie Wonder sang the Lord's Prayer, and Billy Gibbons was there, Jeff Healey was there, Bonnie Raitt, Jackson Brown. And it was freaky. It was sad. It was horrible. You know, there was lineups of CNN trucks, and you know, it was just the saddest day ever. I remember running into Double Trouble in the elevator that day. I had flown down. I was supposed to play with Stevie in London, England the next week at Royal Albert Hall. You know, so I was so pumped because I was playing this big show with him. It was devastating. You know, it was absolutely devastating, and it took me a long time to listen again. And lately, I'm back, you know, listening to him and thinking about him. I remember being here, and he was staying at one of the hotels downtown. I didn't open up that night, but I was backstage, and I went to see him at his hotel, and the hotel wouldn't let me up to see him. I told him to come and say hi.
Someone who is still with us, who you got to tour with, not only he as a solo artist, but his band, who are obviously celebrating 50 years of music right now. Would you ever have thought back in the 80s when you were on tour with Keith that the Stones would still be doing it 20 years later?
There's a picture of me and Keith Richards from Detroit. I opened up for the Fox Theater in 1989. And there's a picture of us. And I think he's younger than I am now. He looks like the Keith that you think about when you see a picture of Keith, you know.
He takes a good picture. He likes to put his arm up on your shoulder.
He's got a cigarette, like, right on my shoulder. And I'm all fresh-faced, too.
Who's coming to the show tonight, by the way, the Jew, besides me? Yes. And not only Colin and Chris, but Tom Wilson will be there too. I don't know if you know Tom. He's got a band called Black and the Rodeo Kings. He's got a band called Lee Harvey Osmond. Years ago, he used to come to Calgary to play with his band Junk House. He's obviously a friend of the guys, and I'm a huge fan of his. Be there early tonight if you come down to see Colin play, so you don't miss Tom Wilson's band. He's got his son playing bass, if I'm not mistaken. Tom's right over there. Say hello.
Tom, you want to come up and sing a song? Tom,
hey, you want to come and sing a song? John, get up there. You can have my stool.
We'll have to figure out. Do you want to sing on the...
I can bring my clothes to rock.
So me and Tom write all kinds of stuff together. And... I got some songs on his new record with Black and the Rodeo Kings.
Wait, 2 songs.
Yeah. 2? Is it 2?
Yeah.
2.
B&A Young and Silly Williams.
Yeah. No, that's so great. And we wrote this. We could do Freedom, or we could do Far Away Like Radio. What do you think? We'll do Far Away. I hope I can remember the lyrics. God help us all.
I'm driving shotgun with the driver, the lovers in around it. Come with me to LA. Be my bride on a break-down back. She took a piece out of me that I may never get back. All broke down, coming on. Away like a radio. Red lights flash. Traffic and snow, far away like a radio.
to this town. Darkness in a box, man. You better send a scout. There's no to let you in, but not to let you out. I'll go down, coming in low, far away like a radio. Red lights flash, static and snow. Far away like a radio. Yeah, head on my shoulders, and I'm just catching flies. The stranger out of story tells his top himself dry. Half of him will make it to LA by tomorrow. The rest of him will have to make a page to a borrow. One in the town, laughing at the other. They got radio, more records, making well-fed mothers. Street holes down as the dawn breaks slow. Shining like a missile, shadows won't show. All broke down, coming in low. Far away like a radio. Red lights flash, static and snow. Far away like a radio. All the happy endings that I've heard about, stories left unwritten, we'll have to figure it out. Far away like a radio. Red lights flash, static and snow. Far away like a radio. Yeah, all broke down, going in low. Far away like a radio. Red lights flash, static and snow. Far away like a radio. Yeah! Tom Wilson, everybody.
Thank you, Colin. He's really got a voice cavity.
Only blue whales can hear him.
On behalf of Q107, I'm Jeff Woods. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Colin James on stage with the June, with Chris Cadell, with nobody. I want to give away a couple of pairs of tickets right now. 2 Q listeners. Number 1 would be Jeff Shea. Way to go, Jeff. And Colleen Seats. Colleen, way to go, girl. We'll see you at the show tonight. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to have people who have VIP passes on line up here and meet Colin in here, and maybe you've got your iPhone or your cell phone, and maybe you've got a pen, and we'll get some autographs and say hello. He's only got a few minutes, so line up in a couple of minutes right here. I want to say congratulations on 15 albums, the latest of which is called 15. It's available where you buy music. It's such a pleasure to see you again, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. Do you wanna go out with one?
Girl, I see you holding hands with your lover, and you're making plans with each other. It looks real good on you. Don't you worry, I didn't come to make things strange. There's a reason that things change. There's nothing we can do. And it's been 5 long years since I've seen your lovely eyes. Things have changed, you see right through my thin skies. No rush in love yet. No, I've never changed, darling. And it's been 5 long years and I love you just the same. 5 long years. shadows outgrown. She sees right through my thin disguise. You know I love her. No, I never changed. And it's been 5 long years and I love you just the same. Since I've seen your lovely eyes, things have changed. You see right through my thin disguise. When she writes your name, you know I can love you, darling. No, I've never changed, and it's been fine. Thank you, Colin.